Hello everybody, this is Tim from Boatshed Brokers on board this Prima for a look around the interior with you in detail. So let's take a look, shall we? I'm standing in the saloon looking aft towards a companionway, so let's start there. Now, as you can see, the companionway is plenty wide, plenty deep enough to get down, no problem at all. Quite a high lip here, but that's going to keep any cockpit water out, which is great news. And we've got steps sort of incorporated into handholds here, which is a really, really neat idea. Feels nice and strong, nice and easy to get in and out. And of course, as you're coming down to this area, this is the engine box, so we can easily check the engine at sea if we want to. There we go. Just make sure nobody's going up or down the companionway. And this box does unscrew and come away, so you have got really great access to the front, the top, port and starboard sides of the engine, and I'll show you in the port aft cabin there's access to the rear of the engine too. All really rather good. So as we come down, the first thing we do is, if we turn to starboard, we've got this thoroughfare here which takes us past this bulkhead here. Now I think this will take off as well with a couple of screws to allow further access to the engine. There's an extinguisher nestle behind there as well, and you can see we've got really great headroom here. I'm 5'9" and I'm probably 2 inches short of the deckhead there, which is really great news for the taller people. But through this bulkhead here, we've got a small aperture, and it's a bit of a crawl through to get through there. But once you're in there, you've got a nice wide long cabin there. Obviously the headroom is constrained by the cockpit moulding above you, but you can see there we've got a hatch there, so opening that on a hot night will be lovely for light and ventilation, etc. And of course that's going to provide means of escape as well. But other than that, we've got plenty of room in here. You can see we're shaped to the side of the hull. We have a trotter box behind us there for stowage, which comes underneath the cockpit work surface there, and a couple of pockets on the inboard side there as well. So somewhere to crash after a long day's racing, no problem. Now if I just come backwards out of there, you can see that we've got the galley on the starboard side. So this is really well positioned for bringing the cups of tea, the cup of soups, all that kind of stuff up and down. So from the cockpit, all used straight into the sink and washed, no problem, or straight from the cooker, chopping board, serving area up as well. So really well positioned for that, so we're not going to get food out absolutely everywhere. But at the back of the galley, or the aft of the galley, we've got a big fridge compartment here, big shelf, big fiddle shelf behind there, nice big chopping area here. And just looking up, you can see we've got cupboards there, quite deep by the looks of it, and some drawers underneath. And of course we've got the gimbal cooker there with 2 burners, and it looks to me like we have a grill underneath and the oven itself. All looks quite nice and clean as well. Well done, owner. So here we go to the front of the galley. You can see we have got the sink there with the drying area. So really nice nice layout here. Obviously, if you're in the galley, you're going to obstruct access to that cabin, but that's not really a great deal, because once the people are out of there, they're not going to go back in there till the evening. But once you're in here cooking, doing whatever you're doing, making cups of tea, you're away, you're out of the area, and you've got this is a race type boat, so it's really great that you can lean, you can really wedge yourself in here. You've got a small thoroughfare here, which is plenty of room, but small enough to wedge on as well. You've got something to hold on to here, deep fiddles all over the place, something that you can hang on to the companionway as well. So I really like this area, and it would be a good place to prepare food, etc. And of course, at the same time, if the washing up needs doing, or the drying up, whatever, somebody could be standing there doing it, or a couple of people could be stood there doing it without getting in the chef's way. Brilliant design. So just looking up first before we go forward into the cabin, we can see that we've got a moulded deck head here, so that's going to be nice, or ceiling, whatever you'd like to call it. So that's going to be nice and easy to keep clean. That'll be just a white clean job. We've got lovely great big long handholds here to take you all the way forwards to the head and the forward cabin, and you can see we've got hooks here to hang bits and pieces onto as well. On the starboard side, we've got 3 nice big opening windows, brilliant for ventilation, getting rid of the condensation from damp kit, cooking, etc. And we have 2 openers on the port side as well. Looking down, you can see we've got a big fiddle shelf there, room for all your bits and pieces that we all throw to one side when we're racing, etc., don't we? And we can just see the bottom of the chainstays there, so that's really nice to be able to see. And I really like it when we get boats where we've got a blend of the nice feature wood, etc., but we can still see the structure of the boat as well. Has two two effects for me. One, it looks nice. Two, easy access for the surveyors as well. So really nice to see. Big, long sofa berth there. We have storage underneath there, I think. And we have some storage behind too as well. So easily sleep a person there, no worries. And we have a nice big locker at the front or the forward end of the cabin there. So that would possibly be for wet gear. I'm not sure. It's not big enough, and I wouldn't want it to, all the dampness to come into the saloon, but that will remain to be seen. Extinguisher on the forward bulkhead there, and generally feeling like a really, really nice area. So before we look at the port side, we'll just move forwards into the forward cabin. Nice and easy to do. There's plenty of room to move about on this boat. We've got nice, easy, wide access here. Obviously, we've got the base of the mast, or the compression post here. That is the base of the mast there, sorry. So we're keel stepped, which is great. And it's really lovely that we can really easily lift all of these sections up and get a look underneath at the bilge, at the base of the mast, the keel bolts, the longitudinals, the transverse members, the ribs, all those bits and pieces. Really nice and easy to lift, and very strong, and looking great nick too. Absolutely lovely. So moving forwards, which is very easy to do, as I just said, through this door here, a little bit of a duct down here. I'd assess this is probably about 5'9", and once we're through, we get on the starboard side, we've got a cupboard here for your bits and pieces, and if we close the door, I'll just do that now, you can see that we've got a nice lobby here to get changed in, etc. Jack and Jill access to the heads there, where we'll go in a moment, and you can see that we've got a really decent sized cabin up front, or up forward. We've got two hatches here for ventilation and light. We've got the wood lining of the hull here. Again, we can see the ribs there, which is really nice. This one's covered by that cushion there, and you can see we've got a nice decent sized bed. But this boat is a one of those boats. She's a racy kind of boat, so we've got sails everywhere. Of course, there's a couple of big sails stowed in here, but I think this will be an infill there. So if you want to make it into a V berth, we can probably reconfigure that as well. So all looking really nice, and of course, when the V berth's away, I can see that will double up as a seat. Fantastic. So let's go out of this compartment, back into the main saloon, and we'll look firstly at the port side. So you can see that we've got I mentioned the sails. Here we go, two more big sails away in what I presume is a cot berth as well, but when they're not there, or if they're stowed elsewhere, I should think this will drop down and give us a seat back, or that may well be the seat back there. I'm not sure, but we'll check that out. No worries. Either way, you've got another berth there, possibly a cot berth there. Brilliant for the crew. And if I just take you through this door here, you can see that we've got this is the Jack and Jill access to the heads. Pretty standard heads compartment. So you can see we've got a side window that opens, a hatch that opens, really important. Big mirror, big cupboards at the back, and you can see we've got a shower attachment there on the tap, and a sink there, and generally everything you'd expect in a head compartment. So the head is there, it's manual, and you would be facing to the starboard side if you were sitting on there. All pretty good. Obviously, there's evidence of wear and tear on this boat. She's of an age, I guess, and she's been well used, but she appears to be well loved, and she is very well known in the Brighton area, and I know that because I see her all the time. So coming back to this compartment at the port aft corner, we've got the chart area, and again, very conventional layout, easy access, easy comms with the cockpit there both ways. So great that we've got the handrail to hang on to as we're making our way around. Great that we've got a pole to hang on to here as we're standing yelling at the navigator, or standing here and yelling up to the skipper or the helm person up there. And you've got this nice area here, which is quite uncluttered actually. I'd probably expect to see more bits and pieces, but this is really nice. We have the great big B&G flat screen in the middle there, right where you want it. We've got the Webasto controls there, and of course we've got stowage inside the chart table as well. Obviously the chart table size is limited. You could still work a full chart on there if you wanted to, but most people are going to be relying on that these days. Really nice little nifty shelves there, and there are located on this boat several places to charge your USB bits and pieces with, which is great. And handy seat here with stowage beneath there for the navigators to sit and do his or her bits and pieces, and shelf there out aboard for all of your publications. There's the electrical panel. Here's the stereo and the VHF DSC, and you can see we've got battery monitoring here, and one or two more switches there. All very good, nice and uncluttered, nice, clean and tidy. Really like it. And then finally down here we've got the port aft cabin, a little bit bigger, I think, than the starboard aft cabin. Normal sized door, so again, you'll be stooping to about 5'9" to get through there, give or take. Once you're in, the door will close, and you've got a nice little lobby where you can sit down and put your wellies on and off, etc. On the outboard side, we've got a big, decent sized cupboard there with a fiddled top there too. More charging, and if I just sit down here, not sure where this cushion is, we'll have to have a look for that, but you can see what a vast cabin this is. Now it does taper down a little bit at the back, but there's plenty of room down there for 2 pairs of toes, no worries at all. Starting at the top, you can see we've got various nooks and crannies, but we've chiefly got an opening window, an opening hatch. I think that window there is probably non-opening, to be decided or to be checked. This hatch will double up as an emergency exit as well, I should think, but we have got a big sleeping area. The bulkhead is lined here with this, so we're padded here. We've got a shelf above, big fiddled shelf above that, and of course you can see the hull is nicely lined there. We have storage underneath here, or empty bilge, access to shaft line kind of stuff underneath there, and to exhaust stuff under there. And if I just close the door a little bit, we have access here to the engine and all the bits and pieces in there, really nicely done. So we can check that at sea without disturbing the actual companionway if we want. All very good. So that completes the tour of this lovely Prima. Thanks for watching. I hope you got a really good idea as to what she's all about. She seems like a lovely boat, lots of equipment, very well equipped, and she has been a well-loved boat. But thanks for watching. If you go to boatshedbrighton.com, you'll find lots more pictures and videos. Have a great day.